Hello, hello. I hope that everybody is happy and healthy. I am so excited that we're back at school. Today we are going to be doing a project. Well, you're going to be doing a project with Miss Tucker. I'm just doing it at home by myself. But we are going to be doing a project with rocks. We're going to be making some kindness rocks, which, when they are dry and when we've sprayed a sealer over them, we're going to put them all over campus. And so they'll be sitting in the flower beds, and when someone walks by, they'll see your message and it'll just make them feel good for the day. So you can pick any kind of message that you want on your rock, but here's the basic supplies that we're going to need. Each of you is going to get a rock that I just so lovingly spray painted white for you. You will need a Sharpie, you will need one of these sponge brushes, you will need some Q-tips, and some paint. You will also have a paper plate to put your paint on. The only thing that you will have that I don't have here is a cup of water, because we don't want these to dry out. So when we're finished with step one, you're going to pop this into a cup of water just so that the paint doesn't dry on the sponge, because then we'll never be able to use it again. So step one is that you are going to decide what color you want to paint your rock. I have different colors here at home because I kind of sort of forgot that I had to make this video, and I gave all the paints to Miss Tucker. So I don't have the same paints as what you have, but I'm just using regular acrylic paint. And my advice here is whatever color you're going to use in step one, make it a light color. So make it like a light blue or a light yellow or a light turquoise, any kind of light color that you're going to be able to write over with a black Sharpie and still see the message. Because if you picked dark blue or you picked black as your background color and then you tried to write over it, you're not going to see that message there. So I'm going to use yellow as my first background color, because I think it is a happy color, and I think that if somebody walked by this and saw it, it would definitely catch their attention. So you're going to need a little bit of paint in the color that you're going to use for your rock. Step one is pretty easy. You're just going to paint the entire rock this color. So I've picked yellow. If you get some paint on your fingers, that's okay. We can wipe it off with some wipes. It's not going to stay on your hands forever. Okay, so don't be too scared of getting messy, but also once you've put paint somewhere, try not to touch it, because then you're going to get fingerprints on it. Okay, you're probably only going to be able to paint one side of the rock at a time. I would say paint the top half that you're going to be writing on, because you can always paint the back of it at the end when everything is dry. So you're just going to use your sponge brush, and you're going to cover as much of your rock as you can. So you can see I'm going on the sides here of my rock as well. You're going to cover as much of your rock as you can with your solid color. Okay? I wish that everybody could do this project, even everyone who's at home, but there's no way I could get rocks and paint and everything to everyone. So you guys are super lucky that you're getting to do this one, because it's a really fun project. Okay, so we can see that I have painted as much of my rock as I possibly can without painting my hands. And that needs a quick minute to dry before we go on to step two. It shouldn't take too long to dry. I just want to do some more over here. I want it to be nice and thick. I'm just going very gently with the sponge brush, because if you scrape too hard, you're just going to be scraping the color right off, and you're not going to have a nice solid color to work with when you move on to step two. So we're going to give that a minute to dry, and then I will be back to show you step two. So while my rock is drying, I figured we could talk about step two. Step two is where we're going to use our Sharpie, and we're going to write a message on this rock. A very short message, because keep in mind that this rock is not very big, so I can't write a whole long letter on here. But we're going to think of some phrases or some words that when we see them, they make us feel good. Okay? So while this guy is drying, I'm going to write down some examples, and you guys can brainstorm together, or maybe you have your own idea of what you would like to write. But here are some ideas. I think the one that I'm going to write on my rock is be kind. Okay, but some others that you could say, maybe smile. Maybe you could write something like shine. Or you could say something like, you matter. Or you could write, have hope. Or you could say, peace. Inspire. Be you. Have trust. Love. These are just a couple of examples, and there are so many different things that you could say to someone that if they saw it, it would just make them feel happy. Have a good day. Have a happy day. Pray, inspire, be brave. All sorts of things. It's really up to you, what message you want to write on your rock. So I'll let you have some brainstorming time with Miss Tucker, and she will give the yay or nay on the messages. Oh, you know what? I did say smile. I was going to say, you should tell someone to smile. But these are just some ideas. Have a brainstorming session together. Come up with some really cool, happy stuff to say, or use one of these ideas. And when our rocks are dry, we'll get to writing those messages. Okay, so I took a little break, and my rock has dried to the touch. So I am ready to move on to the next step. This is where you're going to need your Sharpie, and you're going to have to make a decision about what message you want to write on your rock. Here are my tips. Write in uppercase letters. Don't try and write upper and lowercase letters. Don't try and write a whole story on this rock. You're going to pick something really simple to say, and you're going to write it all in uppercase letters, and make your letters a nice size, not too big and not too small. If you try and write too small on this rock, it's just going to be a disaster. So I have my list that I made before, and at first I wanted to write be kind. I think I still like that idea. I think I still like be kind as my message. So yeah, I think I'm going to write be kind. Uppercase letters, nice and clear. I'm going to write be kind. So in the middle of my rock. Be kind. Now I think I am going to spend a little bit of time just going over those letters again and making them a little bit thicker. Just make sure that your paint is 100% dry before you do this, because if you write with a Sharpie on wet paint, you're just going to get paint all over the tip of the Sharpie, and it's not going to, you're going to ruin the Sharpie. It's not going to be able to write very clearly afterwards because the paint's going to dry on it and it's just not going to work. So I am going over my lettering, making it a little bit thicker so that when this rock is laying on the ground, people will be able to read it. Okay. And after this, when I have written my message, which is be kind, then we're going to pick the next set of paints that we would like to use to kind of decorate around our message. We're going to be using Q-tips to dot on little designs, and my tip to you is, instead of having a new Q-tip for every color, that Ms. Tucker can probably help you with this, but to just cut them in half. Oop, those went flying. But now you'll have smaller Q-tips, but you'll have more of them, because 2 Q-tips will make 4 Q-tips. Just going to get those little ones that flew away. Okay, so now I have 4 of them from just 2 Q-tips, And I'm going to take my other colors and I'm going to think about what kinds of polka dots or what kinds of little designs I want to make. You can make any little designs that you want. You only need a little bit of each color of your paint, really, because we're just using the tip of a Q-tip to make our designs. And you can always get more if you need more. But if you take too much to start, you're going to be wasting a lot of paint, and that's just not necessary. So I have picked 3 colors that I feel they kind of go together. I would have loved to have done this one with like that electric pink color that I gave to Miss Tucker, but obviously I don't have that here with me, so I can't do that. You do not have to do the same design as me. You can do whatever kind of design you like. Just be sure not to paint over your message, and have some fun. Okay, I'm going to speed this up so that you don't have to watch me in real time, because that can get a bit boring, but I'll meet you at the end. Okay, so I kept that super simple. I just did some little line designs and then I did polka dots all over it. I'll try and bring it closer for you to see, but I'll also send this rock to school when it is all finished so that Miss Tucker can show you what it looks like in person, because I know that if I keep turning this, I am actually going to let it drop onto the floor and then it's going to get paint everywhere. So I hope that you guys had fun with this project, and when they're all dry, we'll take a walk together and place them in different places around campus. I hope that you guys stay happy and healthy. I miss you so much, and I can't wait to see you. Bye!